Wow, lighting's really dark. Hold on. Okay, better. Hi. I was just like wanted to talk about something, so yeah. Anyways, um, I've started getting into anime a little bit. Again, I feel like I go through phases with anime. Like I go through like an addiction phase where like I'm literally like constantly watching anime, and then I go through like a prolonged period of time where I'm just kind of like I don't really like anime. um, well, I honestly thought I was kind of over my anime phase, like to be quite honest, because like it's been so long. But then I watched one ad for an anime and I'm like, well, hello, I'm back. You know, it was nice being gone, but I'm back. So, like, yeah, hello. Nice to meet you again. So, yeah, still slightly no otaku, whatever, it's fine. And, so I started watching this anime called Chaos Dragon, which honestly, I'm kind of disappointed because my camera is just not focusing today. Like, why the fuck is it so hard to focus on me? Like, hello? Like, am I that hard to focus on? Like, I really don't think I am. Like, I mean, I know this shit is ugly, but like, you need to like focus on me because I am the center of attention. So, just focus on me now. Anyways, I'm just kidding about the last part. Like, I totally know. Like, I'm literally the shit on the ground. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Um, focus. Okay, sweetie. Like, we're not dealing with this. Is it the lighting? Like, is that why it's freaking the fuck out? Hold on. Ow. Hold on. Oh, now it's better. Wow. Okay, it was the lighting. Um. My pretty background. A beautiful artwork. Also, like, ever since I put my friend's artwork up, like this pastel, like galaxy thingy, like I've already kind of been addicted to pastels and like love pastels, but like ever since I put this up, like it's just a daily constant reminder. Like you love pastels. Like pastels are beautiful. Like you want pastels everywhere. Like it's kind of getting like somewhat annoying, but also like I love pastels. So like what are you gonna do about it? Like um ugh. Anyways, I wanted to talk about getting more into anime again, and also this specific anime that I couldn't like watched or watching, but I think I'm gonna stop watching because it's not horrible. Like the animation is like amazing, and like I'm pretty sure like the anime is probably like from 2015 or above, because like that's how good the animation is, and the characters are okay. They kind of follow the stupid like trend of like let's make a massive tragedy happen in the first episode. Like let's just do that. Which typically that happens with a lot of like the main characters like parents die, like for example, Attack on Titan is a classic of like his poor parents were like crushed. Oh no, devastation, the classic scream of like agony, like that's like used over and over and over again in anime. And this one was no different, except he had to kill someone himself, which was kind of sadder and also something important to him. And like, just it was just sad. And what weirded me out the most though was that like the girl who he had to kill wanted to be killed because it was like an honor, which to me was like weird cult shit kind of level, and I was like a little bit freaked out, to be honest. And I was like, this is a little bit cultish. Like, I'm not sure if I enjoy this so far. But the animation was great, so I was just kind of like, well, I mean, the animation's pretty good. The action sequences are really cool. Let's just keep going. Like, you know, like, let's just try some more. And I'm through the second episode now, and like, it's getting progressively creepier. And I'm just kind of like, well, maybe creepy's not the right word, but it just felt off to me. Like, it didn't feel like, to me, didn't feel right. You know, some of the characters were just like too pure, you know, like they just were like impossibly pure, like nobody's that nice, you know. And then like some of them were like ridiculously evil. Like there's this one character who's like a female and she's like this like adulterer pervert of like children kind of deal, which is horrible. Like horrible. Like really? You put that in anime? Like okay. I mean, I know not all anime is for kids, but like also a lot of people who watch anime, especially Americans, are like preteens, teenagers. And occasionally, like sometimes there'll be people who are like a little bit above that, or like in the young adults, or even adults sometimes. But like usually, like pretty young people, like is the majority of people who watch anime. And because they think they're all trendy and shit, and just like, okay, sweetie, like you need to. I'm not hating on anime. I'm just saying that it's not trendy, okay. But I think they should be a little bit more considerate of. Sorry, there's something on my teeth. Anyways, I flossed them. Why the fuck do I feel something there? Hold on. Well, it looks clean. I don't get it. I can feel it though. Like it bugs me. I need to floss. I still kind of feel something, but I think it's just like a phantom thing because I flossed my teeth and there's nothing. So like, you know, whatever. I can feel something though. It bugs me. Oh my god. Anyways, so this anime is like starting off really odd and like getting like increasingly uncomfortable to me. Like I just do not agree with a lot of the things that they're like projecting on this anime. I also do not like how kind of cultish it is, and just how the main character is just like so perfect that it's like kind of like okay, like we get it. This guy has like a nice heart, but like he's gotta fuck up somewhere where it's like actually his fault and not something out of his control where he unnecessarily feels guilty for. Like, you know, like plus he's like a child. Like they clearly have these people, like the main character and his like close friends, like as depicted as children. Like there's no debate on that. Like no debate whatsoever. They are children. They can't be older than 13, maybe 14 at most. Like they are clearly children. And like for him to be going through that much, like is kind of like a bit much for my taste. Like I don't know, like I don't personally agree with a lot of the things that they're doing in the anime. Like they have like these ridiculously mature, like just clearly like I hate using the word evil, but evil characters who like do like unspeakable, like horrible things. And then you have these children who are supposedly the heroes, but two of them have died in sacrificial ways to their king, who's literally the same age as they are, as in a little boy. Like, I'm sorry, like, that's a little bit odd for me. Like, personally, like, that just does not sit right with me. Like, because like I just thought this anime was gonna be like cool and like the animations would be cool and cute and you know because it was about children, you know, and like also like it had like great reviews. Like I was like scrolling through like good anime to watch and like this popped up multiple times like watch this, this is a great anime, and then so I have, and I'm not like again, the animation is fantastic. Like you can't say anything about the animation being bad. Like it's amazing. And so is like the voice acting. But the plot and the characters not so much. Like just not really my thing, like what they're doing. Like I actually really love like gore and I love like graphic and like weird and like just disturbing animes. Like I love that. But not when it's children, you know? Like don't depict it towards children. Like you know, like that's just weird, you know? Like it's just it doesn't feel right, you know? Like I just feel weird about it and I'm just kind of like well, I mean, it doesn't make me feel as weird as the hentai does or ecchi, but like, it's up there, you know? Like, I'm kind of like a little bit like, and it's not to the level of like, I don't know if you've watched like Future Diary or any of those type of anime, but like, it's not to that level either. But it's also like a distinct level of like discomfort that I feel with watching it, because like, just the level of like maturity that they have, like, towards the main character who's a legitimate child and to his close friends who are also children, like, to me, just is not right. Like, you shouldn't have that be happening to children, like, ever. Like, no, I don't fucking care if they're anime children, okay? Like, they're still children. Like, they're still depicted as children, and like, you can't have like mature shit like that around like the like, it just doesn't feel right. Like, you know, like, I don't fucking care. Like, it just doesn't feel right. So I'm not watching this anime anymore, basically. I haven't even gotten like 2 episodes in. Like, I've barely gotten through the second episode, and I'm just kind of like, we're done here. Like, I've watched an episode and a half about, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is where I pause and just reflect, and I'm like, no. Like, nah, nah. Like, So, yeah, like, we're not doing this. Like, I just, it doesn't sit with me, you know? Like, I just can't watch it in good mental thing. Yeah. Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's just the final straw. So, like, yeah, I'm not gonna continue with it. But also, there is this one character who, like, I freaking dislike. Like, he is the epitome of good intentions but stupidity to the highest degree. Okay, like, literally, okay, he's like the general of like this like whole army of like rebels or whatever, and like plotted to make this little child who is like a descendant of the king like king by planting the like ancient sword in his hands when he was like walking through like the market, the first episode. And because of that, like, the people who were like took over the country that the descendant of the king like ruled like so many years ago, like, they took it over and were like really evil and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Like, we get it, evil rulers. Wow, fascinating, original, really truly original. And just like, he planted this like sword in this ancient sword that is easily recognizable to the evil leaders and even to like the townspeople because they're adults and they were around during that time. This little boy literally only remembers that when he was really little, his dad died in the war. That's all he remembers. He doesn't even know that he's the descendant of the king. And this rebel leader just like literally just put this giant ass sword in this little kid's hands and was like, here, just like, I think this looks cool on you. Like, wear this while you go out into the market. And this little boy is kind of like, sure, totally. Like, I think it's cool too. Like, thanks, man. And then he wears it. And then the evil leader people come in and they spot him and they're like, oh, ooh, king descended or whatever. And they like freak the fuck out. And he's just over there all confused and is like, what the fuck? Like, hello? What? And then like just a whole slew of things happens, like slew of things happen that just don't sit well with me, and I kind of already talked about them, and I was just kind of like, you know what? No. No. I'm not, no. Okay? Like, we're just. And also, can I just say that the gore is like mediocre? Like, it is half-assed as fuck, and it's like, I like unrealistic gore when it's like truly graphic. When it's unrealistic and it's just like pores of blood out of a dead body and like that's it, I'm just kind of like, well, you just kind of half-assed it, didn't you? Like, wow, that's really like nice, like cool, like pfft. Like literally like every anime has that now and it's so stupid. And like, really, if you're gonna commit to gore, commit full fucking on, okay? Like, mm. And also, I don't like the idea of like that gore in with children characters. Like, hello, like that doesn't set up a good example, you know? Like, it's just weird to me. I mean, I know like not little kids are gonna be watching it, but like also like preteens and teenagers are gonna be watching this, and that's like not fucking okay, man. Like, really? Like, you're gonna like have all these like really extreme, mature like characters in there that are like really sick with targeting children? Like, that's okay. Hello. You don't learn, like, kids don't learn about like Anne Frank until at least 6th or 7th grade. Like, at least. Maybe even 8th grade. Like, they wait a long fucking time, and now you're bringing in like into anime like characters like that. That's just kind of like, really. I mean, I'm kind of sounding like a parent right now, but like also like really. I mean, I don't like I said, I love gore and I love like sick, like disturbing like content like that sometimes. Like, I just really do. Like, sometimes I really crave that kind of stuff, which also probably says something about my probably says something about my personality. But I do not crave it targeted towards children characters. I crave it like to like a semi-adult like characters, or like teenage characters, or like full-on fucking adult characters. um and typically like those kind of disturbing shows that I watch are like usually like with like adults who know what the fuck they're doing and like understand that they're going in to get into like deep shit, you know? Like, a lot of them are like crime shows or like mystery shows or like drama, and like, you know, like it's just gonna get dark. You know that with those kind of shows. With this one, it had cute animation and it seemed adorable and kid characters, and then you have all this dark shit coming up and then half-ass gore, and I'm just kind of like, really? We're doing this here? Like, really? Okay. And this was recommended to me by multiple sites. Like, excuse me, I'm sorry, but like, you're no, like, that's not okay. Like, I don't know. It's just not a great anime in my opinion. I mean, it's not the worst by any means, but it also is not a great anime. I mean, for God's sakes, I can't even get through the first 2 episodes. Like, hello. And so yeah, I just personally don't like the anime. I'm kind of like irritated that they suggested it to me so many times, because the reason that I decided to watch it was because I thought the animation was cool, but also because it was suggested to me so many times. Like, at least 3 sites were kind of like, watch this anime, like, it's a great anime, and I was kind of like, okay, fine then, peer pressure, boy. And then we got this shit like going on, like, hello. And it didn't say anything about like that dark ass shit just popping in there. Okay, cool, thanks. Whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed after this because it's late and also have school tomorrow, so, you know, gotta be a responsible high schooler, you know. And, yeah, just not continuing watching that show because it's kind of stupid, you know. I think I list the flaws already, but I'm gonna list them again. Half-ass gore, children, and really dark, like, just disturbing, mature characters that do not mix with children. And also, like, mature, sick elements between the kids as well. Like, they want to be sacrificed to the king. Like, hello, like, that's not okay. Like, not okay at all. Like, at all. Like, it's kind of like, I remember when I was younger, and my mom is really Christian, okay? She's, like, really Christian. And so, like, we watched Narnia a lot. And apparently, I didn't find this out until recently, but apparently Narnia, like, Aslan? Arslan? I don't remember his name. But he's, like, basically the lion character. And he's, like, God or something. And I was kind of, like, shocked when I found that out. And I was like, wait a second, actually, that makes a lot of sense. But I remember in the second movie, I think, like, I was scarred for life because Aslan was, like, murdered, like, legitimately, like, slaughtered by the Ice Queen and her little, like, gremlins or whatever, like, her little minions. Which was, like, they made it really, like, intense. Like, really intense. Like, I was, like, scarred, basically. And, not, like, actually scarred. I was kind of just like, oh my god, that's not okay. Like, what? And but eventually like he was brought back and like magically everything was happily ever after again. But like also like it was like that, but like times 10 because it wasn't like a god character that was like that like needed to be sacrificed for the greater good of the people. Like this is like a literal child asking another child to murder them because they want to be a part of him in the future so that he can save the country. Like that's not no, that's where I pull the line. Like, hello, no, thank you. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I love dark shit. Like I love like the crime shows where there's like a psychopath or something and there's like increasingly intense like mystery and murder and just like sick scenes. But like I don't like this kind of creepy. Like it's not okay with me. Like it's not okay. You know, like I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about it too much. But like personally to me it just does not sit well, okay? So yeah, I'm not gonna continue watching it and like I'm just kind of saying this because like I don't want you guys to watch it either if you have. Like I don't know, nobody really watches anime on my channel, so like whatever. Yeah, this is basically just a weird don't watch this kind of video thing going on here. Wow, cool. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go to bed now, so good night.